the street. This is street Calboy be talking about all day, every day. This the sicko Chief Keef grandmama used to be at, you feel me? Do your homework. When Durk was dating his white baby mama, we took pictures with him right here.
We live on the seal with Snuggie.
Y'all finna see Snuggie jump a gate. Y'all really think like the suburbs, like we just all green. Like we had our own little stuff going on out here. Like, let me tell you why I got beef with you. They gonna be like, dang, this where y'all be at? I'm sliding through.
Nah. Ain't nobody got no out.
Solidified in these streets, you got that.
So what does it mean to be a black mother? Cause I know you.
Black mother.
Yeah.
Motherhood is the most ghettoest hood you could ever be in, baby. Hold on. One start. Let me being a man and begging a woman for money is crazy. I feel like when you date somebody, you have to be comfortable with what that person is doing now. You can't be, I gave him $3,000 to start selling cars. Baby, you met him as a bum, baby. Get comfortable with him being a bum. I'm just so fine, you feel me? I ain't gotta try too hard.
Okay, don't step in that water now, sister. You consider this the projects?
Kinda, a little bit.
Yeah.
Technically, because they don't care if you got the money, you can't get up in here. They got a list.
So what's the most valuable lesson Calumet City taught you?
What lesson didn't it teach me?
Dang, you say what lesson didn't it teach you?
Didn't it teach me?
Was you the class clown?
I was shy.
Dang.
Shy. I was a weirdo. I was shy. My clothes never matched. I never had no Jordans. People think, oh, having Section 8 is such a flex and all this other stuff. Little do y'all know, having Section 8 and all that stuff is forcing you to stay in poverty. Oh, we can't tell the difference between the women and the hoes because the and the women, they both dressing like all hanging out in the same group. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Right. You have some women, they might got one body outside in fishnets, mixed with a girl that probably be walking on 43rd selling cat. If you know your homie be putting his hands on females, and he shouldn't have any friends, and he out here putting his hands on females. You get what I'm saying? For that, they was trying to say Tia Camp is Wendy Williams. No, I'm the hood Wendy Williams.
Shout out to your camp though.
Shout out to you. He blesses you so you could bless him. Bless people around you and others. Because what's the point of God blessing you with this money and then you holding on to it? I like you feel it for a reason. That's God telling you to give that to him. And sometimes you got to look at some losses as not a loss. That is a blessing through something.
Subscribe, you know?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Too, man. Shout out my eyes. Live in Cal City.
What is Ayers?
Ayers, that's what I call my viewers, my supporters. Ayers. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm the eye of the trenches.
Look! This is the eye of the trenches.
Corporate used to shoot a few skits right here.
First of all, corporate be everywhere up in the hood. He out west, south, suburbs.
For sure.
Don't corporate be at.
But who I got with me, man? They got to know.
You got Snuggie in.
The hood Wendy Williams, right?
The hood Wendy Williams, y'all already know. So, we gonna start off with my hood vlog in Calumet City on 147th. If you don't know nothing about Calumet City, Dalton, Harvey, you gotta know about Sibly, period. This is where everything go down, okay? At first it wasn't the hood. This is where all the hood from the city used to come out here and hide out.
To brothers, man.
Oh, my bad.
The brothers.
This where all the hood brothers came from the city to come out here to hide from their ops, to have a good time. I guess you could say Fifi's on the block back then, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah.
But it got wild once they tore the projects down, all that, and you know.
So really be honest, I feel like it got wild after Chief Keef left. After Kanye West hopped on that song with Chief Keef, that's when it started getting crazy out here, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I don't know if y'all remember that last video when I was talking about some of the bus stop Chief Keef used to be at that we used to catch him at when I was in middle school. Yeah. This the McDonald's right here.
Oh, dang.
It's the legendary McDonald's. First of all, if anybody was anybody and they was in Cal City and they was lit, you could catch Durk up here, do your homework. When Durk was dating his white baby mama, we took pictures with him right here. All
free smirk, man. Free smirk.
Right, period. Free smirk. This the same McDonald's. Well, I don't know. I ain't see Chief Keef at this McDonald's, but they tore down the bus stop. It was a bus stop, like, it was right here, actually.
Dang.
It was a little bus stop that was right there.
So,
instant.
So what 147 mean to you though, man? You talking about all these other people. Let's talk about Snuggie, man.
I don't know, like the sip, like, I just felt like when I was a bad kid, I wanted to go get whatever. I don't know, I just used to be walking up and down here like bad kids. Like, we used to get into fights over there.
That's Gentrification right there, ain't it?
Not Gentrification, I'm talking about the street, before Gentrification.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We used to get into fights right there, bad kids. I don't know if you know about Durk or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, my homegirl Serena, I ain't gonna lie to you. We was jumping hoes. She pulled the braid out
Hey, man,
I'm sorry. She pulled the girl braid out. Had to cut her stuff into a mohawk. I remember.
So what caused all the fighting, you think, and all that? Because you said it was a nice...
Bad kids. I'm sorry. Just bad kids.
You think that was going on in other areas? Like, if you went to Orland Park, you think they doing the same thing?
See, now this was the thing. Like, people think that the suburbs, y'all really think like the suburbs, like we just all green. Like, we had our own little stuff going on out here. Like, I ain't gonna say we was full on treacherous, but people was definitely getting down. There was definitely stuff going on. Like, I don't know. It's like when you hear about when people just speak on Sibly. I don't know. It's just like, to me, if you ask me, this was like a real nice family neighborhood. Everybody, we was like a family. We was all together. We all worked together. We all came together. But yeah.
Walk us through some of the blocks or something, though, you know?
Well, okay, y'all want to go through Ginger Ridge?
Yeah, that's where you grew up at?
No, I ain't grew up in Ginger Ridge. I'm gonna show y'all what I grew up at.
Okay.
I'm still a little bit up in the neighborhood. You feel me?
Okay.
There's still a couple other people that still be out in the neighborhood.
We live on the Sid with Snuggie. So how you say it? Snuggie or Snuggie? Snuggie.
Like the blanket.
Okay.
This our little Popeyes.
For sure. What's better, Popeyes or Crystals?
Crystals.
For sure.
Crystals. If you in the suburbs, go to Crystals. If you in the suburbs and you get Harold's out in the suburbs, something wrong with you.
We got Wilma's out here. The first Wilma's was out here, wasn't it?
No.
It wasn't?
I don't think so. I think that was in the city.
No, it was Wilma's right there on 147th and Dalton. On Sibley.
I ain't never went there. Because I feel like...
Well, that's new, though. That's kind of new, though.
Okay, yeah. So that's some new stuff. I feel like if you coming out to the suburbs, any little restaurant or whatever...
Dang, you trench for real. You walking in the grass with the toes out, the dogs out.
Shit, I'm walking barefoot. I be up in here barefoot. Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah, you tweaking. You trying to flex too much for the camera. That's straight black tie.
I take these out. Don't play with me. But if you in the suburbs, don't whatever famous restaurant that you think you finna eat out in the suburbs, don't do it.
This gate wasn't always right here, was it?
No, it wasn't. It's some new stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a cut in the gate. We finna go through that cut.
Okay, cool. This feel like Boys in the Hood or something.
Y'all finna see Snuggie jump a gate. Period. Y'all finna see Snuggie jump a gate. Well, really go through a gate, for real.
What's the message you got for the queens? I wanted to get you on here because you have a voice, a very big voice right now. But I wanted a positive message. What's something you got to say to the young?
Positive message.
Yeah, what's something you got to say to the young queens out here?
Dang. Shoot, just be about your bread. Don't let these. Little...
Let me get your face in it so they can really hear this. What you got to say, sister?
So I feel like as a girl, as a woman, always be about your bread. Like don't change what you got going on or what you doing for a man. Keep doing what you gonna do, you feel me? You always gonna be blessed. It's like any investment you make in yourself, it's gonna forever be with you. Can't nobody take it from you. So that's what I got for the...
Why those words out of anything you could have said?
Because it's kind of like when you a girl, you could get blindsided by the fairy tale of the pursuit of a family, that white picket fence. Like with me being a black woman, at least, I feel like when you chase that and not chasing your own dreams and satisfaction, you always mess up. Cause it's like your life can fall apart as soon as that man decides he want to leave or whatever. I'm not saying it. There are men that do believe in a traditional family. I ain't gonna say all men is like this, but predominantly, especially like in the hood and stuff like that, you're not gonna... It seems like people have their kids over somewhere else and then they get together and it's like then they blend their family. And that's more popular of what you see in the black community than, oh, this person had all their kids with this person, they still together. That's very rare. You don't see
because we got a lot of broken households, unfortunately.
A lot of them.
Did you grow up in a broken household or no?
No, I had my mama and my daddy.
Oh, that's what's up. So what's some words of appreciation you want to give your parents?
Oh man, y'all ghetto. You feel me? Let me stop playing.
Nah, you crazy.
Y'all ghetto. Look at me. I'm out here in the hood. You feel me? Let me stop playing. Nah, like I really appreciate them. I grew up very middle class.
For sure.
So of course I could have been like, oh, let's go to Schaumburg Cattle Park. That's so far. I'm like, I feel like this is more so the area that like molded me into the person I am. Because I feel
100%.
like if I would have still been out there in Schaumburg, Hanover Park, I don't know, I probably would have been some doctor somewhere. Like, I would have been some doctor somewhere.
But you say this what really made you though?
Yeah, this really what made me. Like, I remember my homegirl Kayana, she the one that taught me how to stand up for myself, all type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so what it mean to stand up for yourself?
What it mean to stand up for yourself? Like, okay, what I had to learn the hard way. Cause if y'all do y'all homework, y'all already know. Me and Kayana, me and her will fight, be cool tomorrow, fight again, be cool tomorrow.
Shout out Kayana, whoever you is, you know.
Right. Shout out to you, Kayana. She already know where she at.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, that was a ghetto friendship or whatever. But
for sure.
To stand up for yourself, it's like I had to learn the hard way. Cause it's like the culture between being like in a white neighborhood and a black neighborhood, it's like by me being a black woman, I can't fight and hit them white kids. Cause they gonna sue my mama.
No,
and by us being middle class and we got whatever we got going on, like they could almost make us homeless if I fought one of them. So it's like I kind of almost always had to like code switch, bite my tongue. But when I came out here with the black kids, I had to learn like, hey baby, you let one person get away with it, oh baby, the whole village finna come. Just they think you a goofy. They
you get somebody an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah, they'll smack you on the back of your neck. Now you a runner. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, so that's what it means for me to stand up for myself.
No,
so,
for sure. No.
And of course over here in Ginger Ridge, I ain't live in Ginger Ridge, but a whole bunch of my friends lived over here. We was a whole bunch of ghetto ratchet kids just up here over at Ginger Ridge Park. It was just a lot of stuff that went around over here. Like most of the fights happened over here. Most of the people, we all was cooling, kicking it. Bad kids just running all up and through here. So
no, that's real.
Yeah.
So what's something you want to get off your chest today? You know?
What's something I gotta get off my chest?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I ain't got nothing I want to get off my chest right now.
Okay, so what does it mean to be a black mother? Cause I know you.
Black mother.
Yeah.
Motherhood is the most ghettoest hood you could ever be in, baby. Hold on. One start. Let me stop playing.
Hold on. Break that down. Break that down. Though.
I love my baby. I love my baby. But motherhood is the most ghettoest hood you could ever be in, baby. I'm talking about you gotta sacrifice. Sometimes you can't get your nails done. Sometimes you can't get your hair done. You gotta put your baby first, no matter what. But luckily, I'm just blessed up. I'm just so fine, you feel me? I ain't gotta try too hard.
Okay, don't step in that water now, sister. You finna just step right up in that puddle.
I stepped right over it.
For sure. So what do it mean to be ghetto? Break down your definition of ghetto.
Be in the hood and look at it. Dude got an Escalade. Dude got an Escalade.
You say we in the hood in apartments and he got an Escalade. That's like $150,000 car, ain't it?
On baby.
And then.
What's this? A Jeep?
Jeep, yeah.
Cherokee.
Yeah, that's on. Yeah.
Cherokee. My bad. I don't even know if I'm even saying it right. You get what I'm saying?
But no, yeah, the mindset. No, you just broke it down. The mindset make you ghetto then.
Okay, so.
But why we love the ghetto so much? What is it about the ghetto? Is it the ghetto or is it the people, you think?
I think it's a mindset. It's a mindset type of thing. Like, cause if your mindset limited, you gonna always be limited. Like.
For sure.
It's nothing you can really do to fix it.
So did you ever feel like you had limitations in life? Be honest.
Yeah. Shoot, I'm going through one right now. Hold on, baby. I'm beating my feet. What you talking about? I ain't beating my feet.
So what's the biggest? Oh, my bad.
Hold on. Did you see me pull up in the car today?
Nah.
Did I pull up in the car today?
Nah.
Right.
What's the biggest misconception of a content creator? Because you be going up, you go viral, but people think just because you get views, that means you got a lot of money, you rich.
Oh, man. Like, I'd probably say, like, when I did my series, that went up. That went crazy, right?
What's the name of the series so they can go
It was
find
Chicago Suburbs.
Okay.
I'm actually I have to really pick it back up. Well, let me tell y'all a little crazy story, right? So I called myself going back to my ex because I didn't want to catch a new body. You feel me? And he feel like he want to have some control of me. Stole my purse, stole my phone, and they had all my episodes on there. I was like,
oh, he deleted them?
No, he stole my purse and my phone. What is he talking about? What's up? And he talking about you want your purse, you gotta come get it. No, sorry, you made me uncomfortable. I'm good on you, folks. Like, I'm good. Like, how you gonna steal my purse? Cause you know I don't wanna come back and mess with you.
So to that point, since you brought up an ex, we're gonna talk about the kings. What's some us young kings can do better to know that y'all are queens so we can stop calling each other B words, this, that, and the third, you know?
To really be honest, I don't really know. I'm not in no relationship. I ain't relationship type.
But I'm just saying in general, it take more than just us being in a relationship with you. Oh yeah, I see it. But I'm saying just in general, it's gonna take the men in the community. Like, we ain't in no relationship, but I'm able to pop out and let you get your story off. So that's what I'm saying as the kings in general. You get what I'm saying?
Well, bring back being providers.
Okay. What you mean by that?
Providers. Like, stop. Like, I was having this conversation with somebody earlier. Like, what in your right mind makes a man comfortable to ask a woman for like, I don't know, just for like a large lump sum of money? Like, I just think that's crazy. Like, sir, you hate that lady. Like, what is you begging for money for?
Nah,
what are you begging for money for?
Nah, you right.
Being a man and begging a woman for money is crazy. Only in the black community are you gonna find like men thinking it's okay for them to be taken care of by a woman. I feel like as a woman of value I bring through my femininity. If a man take care of me, and one of your stipulations of, oh, what I need to do, if you need your breakfast hot, I'm breakfast hot and ready. Yeah. You want your lunch hot, I'm bringing you your lunch because you taking care of me and you take care of the household.
100%.
A lot of men don't understand, like, we talk a lot about double standards and who has the upper advantage. Men have the upper advantage. A woman lose way more from sleeping with a man, and then now, even while we in the projects, even talking about it, like on Medicaid, right?
You consider this the projects?
Kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Technically, because when you go to the other side of Calumet City, they got mansions and actual big houses.
No, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand.
And
Calumet City got different.
Yeah. You can't just. They don't care if you got the money. You can't get up in here. They got a list.
Dang. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
You have to put in a list to get up in here.
My mom and my pops used to stay in here. Somebody got shot in their over here. Excuse my language.
Goodness.
Right on their back little porch, whatever, right over here, and stole their grill.
God, they stole the grill?
Yeah, this one they was together. I wasn't alive during this time. You
They got a park right here.
Okay. What memories you got at this park?
Shoot. One of my homegirls, she lived up in here.
Uh-huh.
And then we all used to be up here. Like Calboy, he was one of my friends. We all used to be up
Shout out Calboy,
yeah,
man.
Shout
out Bub. Shout out all of them, man.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
We was all some little dirty kids.
Yeah, man.
Just all up here, we be fighting, playing. He used to date my friend Maya. That's when they thought they was little boyfriend, girlfriend. I remember they little photo was going viral. That was so funny. That was so funny.
So you know when Cal blew up, it felt like the whole Sib made it. How did that feel when you seen that happen?
Shoot. Technically, I feel like I was right there with him because at the time I was doing Queen Keef hair. So wherever he was at, I was there right with him. He, what? Snuggie, what you doing here? I'm like, I'm doing Keef hair. Like, you feel me? Like, we in the bag. And then he thought he was Hollywood. He wasn't going to follow me or whatever. What was G Herbo friend? I think WAP.
Yeah.
WAP seeing me, I was pressing Calvin. I was like, sir.
Oh, yeah, you know him for real. You just called him Calvin.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't too Hollywood to follow me back. You get what I'm saying? Like, definitely follow me back or whatever. So then I'm putting my Instagram in his phone. WAP gonna walk past. I'm like, I see you, Brody. And he like, hold on. No, this my sis, bro. Don't do that. He was like, Snuggie, move. He pushed me and ran off.
For sure.
I'm like, he like, you scaring all the hustlers away. And I'm like, I feel that.
Nah,
I feel that. I'm scaring all the hustlers away.
So what's the most valuable lesson Calumet City taught you?
What lesson didn't it teach me?
Dang, you say what lesson didn't it teach you?
Didn't it teach me? Ooh, it's hot. That's how you know I like y'all, cause I'm over here.
Who you shooting with though? Dang, you ain't gonna give me my drop.
Nope.
Dang, that's crazy.
No, cause let me tell you why I got beef with you.
Okay.
Squabble up.
I don't fight women now.
These hands bisexual, baby. Which way they going?
Hey.
Which way they going? They going up, down, around the town?
No, for sure.
Let me stop playing with you.
Nah, you all will. What was I gonna say? What I was gonna ask you? Dang. Most valuable words you could give somebody.
Why we so positive?
Because that's what we do on this platform. Why did you want to be on my platform? Because you slid up, you came up to my...
I'm a hater.
Okay.
I don't, ask me what I do for the community.
What you
Nothing.
Do? You say what?
Nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Okay.
Hold on, and what he say? Nothing, do nothing.
This is crazy.
You about to lose your job.
This is crazy.
It was like, what you do for the community? Nothing. Let me stop playing. Actually, every year between Mother's Day, I try not to do Christmas. I do charity for single pregnant women.
No, that's what's up.
I forgot the name of the facility, but mainly the one over in Indiana. I dropped off tubs and tubs and tubs and tubs of like pajamas for just pregnant women, real comfortable.
Why you don't never document it and showcase you doing that type of stuff?
It's weird. It's weird.
So you feel like you don't got to document you giving back or none?
No, because it's weird. Because imagine, like, okay, the reason why I did it is because when I was pregnant, I needed mental health. I needed all of that. And I could only imagine going through what I was going through and somebody got a camera in my face.
No, for sure. I ain't think about it that way. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I'll sit outside the facility, like, I could probably pull it up right now, be sitting outside the facility with the stuff, but then when I walk in and I go in the majority of the time, like, you have to be careful with, when you doing charity, if you don't have like a, what is it? If you don't have an LLC and you don't have it as a corporation, so it's like a tax write-off or something like that, they a little weary about taking your stuff. So that's where you building their relationships and they want to know, why are you giving this? Because let's say I had a vendetta against pregnant women. They not finna take tufts and tufts of clothes because it could be itching powder on the crotch area.
Dang, I ain't think about it like that.
Up in there. That's why most homeless people don't take food. Like, what's the beautiful lady's name? She sleep in the tents and she
Inglewood Barbie. Shout out Inglewood
Barbie.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, she made a relationship with the people or her friends or whatever she calls her community. She made a relationship with them so they know it's safe for me to eat your food.
No,
most people will put rat poison in there because they feel like homeless people and people that's less fortunate, they not worth nothing. You get what I'm saying? And that's not really the case. Like, some people, they just really down on their luck. Like, some people don't have family, they don't have a village. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's how I feel. And then when I do my give back, it requires for me to share my story with them and really open up and tell them what I've been through.
So what's your story if you want to tell it a little bit?
Oh man, like, it's ghetto. Shout out my baby daddy. You ain't nothing, but you something a little bit. Cause man, messed up my mentality or whatever a little bit. He a little bit of a deadbeat. Well, he is a deadbeat actually.
Dang, man.
I ain't seen that man in like 3 years. He a complete deadbeat. But before I took this cat away from him and he said, oh, if you ain't sleeping with me no more, you ain't getting this money, he was good to me during that time at least. Somewhat. It was kind of messing up my like mental. I just couldn't do it.
So where's your mental health at now? Because we never speak about that with the women though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because women, y'all feel different than us men. You get what I'm saying? Y'all feel more, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Man, where am I at mentally? Baby, give me a cigarette and let me go crouch over in that corner and just shake. You get what I'm saying?
That's how you feel for real?
It's giving this.
Is that why you so funny though on some real stuff?
Man, am I funny?
Yeah, but like, where do your personality come from? Because it gotta come from some though. You
natural
know?
Crackhead, you feel me?
That's crazy work.
Like 607 I used to be a crackhead, but I ain't no more. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, it's just in me. I let my intrusive thoughts win. Because I don't know, like.
Was you like that as a child? Like, was you the class clown?
I was shy.
Dang.
Shy. I was a weirdo. I was shy. My clothes never matched. I never had no Jordans. And that's crazy because, of course, for me coming from a middle class home, the fact that I ain't never had no Jordans, my first time buying Jordans was when my baby was 1. So I was crying because, so I left my baby daddy when my baby was 3 months, right?
Yeah.
And I really could not afford some walking shoes for my baby. Like, I could not afford no walking shoes. Like, I was so emotional. I was living in Wisconsin. I had a bed, like, my apartment was furnished and I had a bed set, but I ain't had no mattress, and I had an air mattress on the bed set like it was a regular mattress.
So
you know what I'm saying?
You done been through some stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was like begging him. I'm like, I need some shoes, and it was making me mad. Like, I really, it was like $100, bro. Like, he outside buying $3,000 Gucci glasses, buying trucks and stuff, going crazy, but you couldn't give me $100 for these shoes. And then I remember I bought my store. I had went and I bought a store or whatever. It was off 143rd.
Okay.
I don't know if you know where, it's a barbershop, and it used to be like a
143rd and what? 143rd.
It was off 143rd, right off Halstead.
Oh, so over by that's Riverdale.
I think so.
Yeah, that's over.
Yeah,
Riverdale.
I don't remember.
Riverdale, Harvey area, right over there.
I don't think it's Harvey.
Riverdale and Harvey is right there on the border. 146th and House.
Right, getting off the expressway.
146th and House. That's the border of Riverdale and Harvey.
Well, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all seen the pictures. I got proof. I had it.
No, I already know you did. I'm just trying to get a, you know.
Yeah, I'm just not good with direction. You feel me? I ain't no hood baby. I probably say this is my first time not having a car. I had not been walking since I was like 15, 16. I always had a car.
Dang, so you've been having motion since back then.
Yeah, cause do your homework. I used to talk to a African scammer. You feel me? He made sure I was put up.
Shout out Broski.
Okay, shout out you, my ex-fiance. Period.
Oh, dang, you been engaged? Dang.
Yeah, he engaged to me cause he had some babies on me. He was like, I don't want you to leave. Oh, baby, will you marry me, please? Baby, please. And I'm like,
you got a real story though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't know you. Dang.
Yeah, like
how old are you?
I'm 26.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I still got a little milk behind the L, baby.
That's crazy.
Right now, I like men that's 40. You feel me? Get in with me.
So why you like a man that's older than versus your age?
The last man I talked to, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this is probably the most I ever been messed up. So after I ended up losing my store, I lost my store because it was flooded, right? Let me tell you what this man did. So at first, I had paid my last month rent, right?
Yeah.
And I had told him, this is when the Chicago flood had happened, when it was so bad, like, you know, water was flying out the flow. You get what I'm saying? So I told him, I was like, the water getting inside my suite or whatever. And then I had the main floor. The main floor, it was cool, but it was the back room where I put my baby at, because I bring my baby to work. And it's like, you know, people would distract you with your baby so they could steal a wig. So you get what I'm saying?
Dang.
So it's like, I would put my baby in the back room when people come by wigs or whatever, so that it's like, you know, they ain't messing with her. So in the back room, it was like flooded, and it looked like the ceiling was finna cave in. I had paid my rent, and I told him, I said, I need you to fix the roof. If you don't fix the roof, I'm not paying next month, right? Cool, that whole month go through. So he looking at me like I'm crazy. Oh, where's rent? I said, baby, you ain't fixed the roof. He stayed lying, talking about I fixed it. I said, show me the receipt. Let me see the receipt of you fixing it.
Dang.
He didn't want to show me the receipt. 2 months go by a week. Oh my God. When I tell you, first of all, my landlord, I don't know what ethnicity he was, but he looked hot and wet all the time. I don't know. Like, he didn't look Arab, he didn't look Mexican.
How you look hot and wet at the same time?
He looked hot and wet all the time.
So you
like,
just saying he's sweaty?
Like, it's like, it's kind of like in the cartoons when they like draw the little stringy hairs that be in people's face. Like, that's how it's like he always look wet. Like, it always look wet, even when it's dry outside.
I ain't gonna lie, you a good storyteller though.
Ah, thank you.
Like, for real.
So then, instantly, I think it got to that second, third month. I told him, I said, send me a receipt, you fixing the roof or whatever, then I'll pay you. It was nothing but like 12, you get what I'm saying? It looked 1,200, it ain't nothing to give you 1,200 as long as you fix that roof. Man, I promise you, he came to the store while I'm open, I'm selling wigs. I had to put my shutters down, he was trying to embarrass me. She ain't paying her rent, she ain't paying her rent, she need to pay her rent. I'm like, dude, you embarrassing me. I closed my shutters on the man. I said, I ain't finna do this. So that ended up, so then we end up going a whole bunch of back and forth. I end up calling 311. I got to a point because I was like, if y'all renting anywhere, if it's an apartment, building, house, business, whatever, before you put your name on any lease, always do get an inspector. It's not just when you're physically buying something. When you're renting, period, you need to get an inspector. Otherwise, that can mess you up. So I end up calling 311 because they the ones that like go over the state and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, cool. Hello. Oh. So I guess when I end up doing the 311, they ended up telling me, they was like, you can stay. They told me to stay inside the unit until he takes me to court and then sue for all my money back. But then I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't even want to go through that whole process because he was making me uncomfortable. He was scaring off my customers and almost trying to embarrass me and mess up my reputation. Because it's like, you're not finna have people walking around.
So you still do hair?
No, I completely stopped. So now I'm full throttle like Hood Wendy Williams. Like, I'm going in on it right now. I'm in school for nursing or whatever.
Oh, congratulations.
So yeah, period.
So what's the importance of having multiple streams of income? Multiple
streams of income, so you ain't never on your behind and you ain't sitting out begging for a handout from a man. You get what I'm saying? Don't 100%. Get me wrong, I love me a good man with some money. So
so I gotta ask you this. Would you get with a man who has $0 but he got potential?
No.
Why not?
No. Like, you hate me. Like,
dang.
You hate me. Why do you feel like you should come and talk to me and you ain't got nothing? Like, that's crazy.
What if you could see something in him?
No.
He's supposed to see something in you think?
Yeah, I'm a woman. Like, that's the double standard. That's the luxury of being a woman. Like, because it's like, if a girl is broke and homeless, as long as she keep her appearance up and she's making your life convenient in a feminine way, it don't matter. Like, the luxury of a man having a beautiful woman on his arm, that's a status symbol. Your status going up, you getting more females off of her being next to you.
So
if she cooking and cleaning,
what's the luxury besides her being beautiful?
Is she cooking and cleaning? A lot of men think cooking and cleaning is like a standard if you sleeping with a girl. That's really extra. Women are not supposed to, because you sleeping and hunching on somebody don't mean you need to be cooking and cleaning for them. Like, that's a I really care for you type of thing. Like, so most dudes, first of all, most dudes, they do everything for women. So it's like, why would I go out my way, cook and clean and do all this other stuff for you? Baby, go get Susie, Samantha, that, you feel me, little jump offs to go do it. Why you ain't got them doing it, but you come over here to this woman and you want her to do it? You get what I'm saying? Because you know every woman can't cook, every woman can't clean. Most of them don't know they front hole from their back hole. You get what I'm saying? Still got tissue in the coochie. You feel me?
So what's the man's responsibility then?
A man's responsibility is to protect and provide, because it's like, when a woman sleep with a man, especially now, because with Medicaid, I think I was trying to make this point earlier, with Medicaid, they cutting it off of Planned Parenthood. So a lot of women that are low income and that cannot afford to pay $500, $700, depending on how far along in your pregnancy you are, to actually get an abortion, whether it's for I'm sorry, you're going to probably have to bleep that. Whether it's for sexual assault, whether it's because you just can't afford any more kids. People think, oh, having Section 8 is such a flex and all this other stuff. Literally, y'all know, having Section 8 and all that stuff is forcing you to stay in poverty. I remember I did low income one time. I promise you, I lost it in 2 months. I lost my low income in 2 months because they ended up finding out I had stocks on the side. You're hiding money and you're doing this and you're doing that.
Yep, and they gonna get on you.
Yeah, and then they had the nerve to tell me one time, you can't go to school. I'm like, what you mean I can't go to school? So y'all
So if you got Section 8, you can't go to school.
You can't go to school. And I wasn't even on Section 8. I was on low income.
Dang.
Still paying rent. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, I could agree with that, because, like, I ain't gonna lie. My cousin used to have to fake slow to get a slow check to the point he got slow, if that makes sense. So it's like once he got to high school, he can't read to the best of the ability, this, that, and the third, because they just trying to keep that money coming in. But that's the same principle with the Section 8, though. You know what I mean? So I feel like the Section 8 took the man out the household, if you ask me.
It did, but I guess they tried to bring it back or whatever. But I feel like once you bring it back, I feel like when you date somebody, you have to be comfortable with what that person is doing now. Like, if you date a mechanic, you have to be comfortable with him being a mechanic 5 years from now. If your dude a bum, you can't be, I gave him $3,000 to start selling cars. Baby, you met him as a bum, baby. Get comfortable with him being a bum.
Like, no, I ain't gonna lie, you saying some real stuff. So where you get this knowledge from, though, Snuggie?
Because, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's been times, like, I had an ex, right?
Yeah.
He ain't had no car. I was pulling up. I ain't gonna do too much because I feel like people gonna put 2 and 2 together. But I was pulling up. I was driving him to his work, all type of stuff. Shit, I gave this man $2,500 to go get a car.
Dang.
Baby, where my investment at? I'm messed up. Give me a car, baby. But he's still in my DMs talking about, I'm so proud of you. Be proud of me and help me get a car, baby, like I did you.
So I gotta ask you this.
Money in your pocket.
So since we talking about money, this is a question that I did. It's been kind of going a little viral. $10 million, all your dead people back.
$10 million. I ain't got no dead people.
You ain't got no dead grandmas, nothing.
Well, my grandma did, but she resting. You feel me?
Shout out grandma though.
Shout out grandma.
Break it down though. Why though?
I mean, shoot, she resting. Like, it's not like she died young.
Yeah, for sure. You know
what I'm saying? Like, she lived a fulfilled life.
So you ain't lose no dead friends, nothing?
No, I'm not in these streets like that. I ain't got no friends now. What I'm doing with these little messy little hustlers? I ain't out here with these messy hustlers, you feel me?
For sure.
Like, that's the reason why, like, with me being in everybody's business, that's why you don't see my business coming out. Why ain't nobody in my business, you feel me?
So you feel like you ain't got no business to...
No, I ain't got no business to put out there. Whatever is already out there, I'll put that out there myself. You can't use that against me.
So what's a talent you had that nobody will know just by looking at you?
What Janice taught me.
I don't even know.
You ain't get it?
Nah.
Oh, y'all know. Next question.
Alright, okay, I think I
Shout
get it.
Shout out Funny Janice.
I think I get it now, for sure. I ain't in.
Shout out Funny Janice,
you
y'all.
But like another talent besides that.
Another talent. Oh, but sure, I could do hair real good. I'm just a real good businesswoman. Like,
for sure.
I got really great customer service. Besides that, that's really, I mean, I could cook a mean pot roast, you feel me?
So you know how to cook for real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I ain't throwing no shade at nobody. Sorry if anybody get offended if y'all ain't got no daddy, but I grew up with a daddy in the house, baby. He was like, come cook for me.
So what's the difference between you and your friends well, you said you ain't got no friends, but growing up.
All my friends had daddies.
Oh, for
when
real?
I was growing up, yeah.
Oh, dang.
It was just my daddy was the crazy one. My daddy would whoop me outside in front of everybody.
Oh,
where
dang.
you mess up at is where you get whooped at. Like, it was one time I was supposed to be in before the street lights came on, right? But I didn't want to walk home by myself. I wanted to walk in a group because it's safer inside the group. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Man, I should have left that group, baby. Let me just say, he with me from the flow up to the, oh man, everybody was just sitting there just looking. I was so embarrassed. And then my daddy got the, hey, you know,
you had any?
Daddy don't play.
You had siblings?
Yeah, my daddy got like 8 siblings, and I got one on my mama.
Oh, okay.
Mama.
Dang,
but
so you grew
my
up
daddy kids, we all live together at some point.
But
So it's not like oh, these are outside women kids.
Yeah.
Like even some of my daddy baby mamas would take me in for like 3-4 months at a time, like over the summer. So it's like when I seen KB Nene, and she was like, oh, I was on 77th in Carpenter. I think her address was 76 in Carpenter. So I'm like, I'm from around that way a little bit. I asked her, I said, you ever been to Miss Gloria's, a candy lady? She said, what you know about Miss Gloria? I said, everything, baby. I remember Miss Gloria, when we had the block party, she'll put out the little nail set. We be doing our nails over there.
So you grew up in the city a little bit too then?
A little bit.
So what's the biggest difference between the city and the burbs?
I don't really know. Cause it's like, I never really converse with the outside kids. It's like, they not my blood cousin because like I said, I was just at my daddy baby mama house. You get what I'm saying? So how my mama and my daddy used to trade off, my mama would take the teenager and then she gave her the baby. So that's how they traded off, because me and my, I call her my sister, but my daddy's baby mama had another child with another man that was the same age as me.
Dang, so, you got some real treacherous stuff going on.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's really ghetto, you feel me? That's why I like men. Look, baby, if you got a lot of kids and baby mamas, I don't care. I know how to kumbaya, I just don't do polygamy. Okay,
so break that down. Like,
what, polygamy?
Yeah.
Polygamy, that's like, you know, everybody sleeping together, we all sharing the same man. I ain't with all that. Like, I'm the type of girl, if you got a baby mama, you can't come to me complaining about your baby mama. You just can't do it. You can't come to me complaining about your baby mama, because I'm going to tell you, whatever she's asking for, whatever she's begging for, give it to her. Give it to her.
For sure.
Because if she's single, I got a man, and I'm making money, you making money, especially if we making a certain amount, help her. She by herself.
So how we get rid of the baby mama stigma and baby daddy stigma?
Baby mama, baby daddy. To really be honest, what I learned is it really don't matter. It's when I was going through what I was going through with my baby daddy, I was friends with women that was married that was going through the same thing I was going through. I had women that was with their partner 5 and 10 years that was still going through the same thing I was going through. It's really all about, like, you have to weigh out your options and what's comfortable and what works for you and what makes you happy. And you can't let nobody talk to you and trick you out your spot and whatever it is that you with. It's just with me, being a side my own baby daddy, I ain't cut like that, baby.
For sure.
That's all it is. But I mean, it's all whatever you comfortable with. Like, technically, it's some women, they married and they still a single mama.
No, that's real.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they still single. My bad, I was gonna swing on this one.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and they still like single mamas. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, just get like that.
Nah, that's real though. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's like, I don't feel like nobody should ever feel bad. I know they say get married and stuff like that, but when they telling you to get married, they only saying that because if you have 3 kids by the man and he decides to leave, you have legal rights to ask for his house, his car.
Dang.
When you a baby
so what
mama,
do the man got? What legal rights does the man have?
Shoot, come get your kids.
We don't get none of that though. That's
I ain't gonna lie
crazy.
to you, I ain't like that. If my baby daddy was still cool, I'd be like, baby, take her. Take her. Take this baby.
So I got another question for you.
What's up?
How you feel about child support?
I don't believe in child support.
Why not?
I just don't believe in it. Because it's like, why do you have to get the government into your business? That, to really be honest, a simple conversation can be had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, at that point, you almost like forcing somebody to do something or to be a part of your kid's life. And I'm just not with that. Like, if you ain't trying to be bothered, don't be bothered. I'm cool. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So, I mean, in my case, my baby daddy got scot-free. You ain't got to worry about me, honey.
For sure. What's some positive words you would get him so he could be in your child's life?
I hope you get rich. I hope you have the most prosperous career ever. Just leave me out of it. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't bring my name up. Stop dissing the kids. Stop dissing your baby mamas. Like, I don't know. I hope one day he end up learning his lesson so he ain't going through the same thing over and over and over again. And I hope he learns to take responsibility for his own choices and actions and stop putting it on other people.
So
and then I wish that he would get a better friend group, because I feel like the friends is just as bad as him, because y'all know what he doing and y'all as men are correcting.
So you feel like your friends matter in this world?
Yes, birds of feather flock together. Everybody want to talk about how all these communities come together and everybody do this and do that. A lot of people values is messed up. Like, I'm not saying you have to force your values on people, but y'all have to have a standard code of ethics.
Yeah.
If ain't nobody holding up that standard code of ethic and ain't nobody gonna check him, cause I'm not, let's take it off of me. Let's put this on somebody else. If you know your homie be putting his hands on females.
Oh yeah, you gotta check for that. Yeah.
Right. And he shouldn't have any friends, and he out here putting his hands on females. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
It's no reason why he should be able to hit you up, come light a smoke, release stress. That is a luxury. Having somebody you could talk to and be there for you is a luxury. People that do sucker stuff should not have that luxury.
So you think we be enabling each other too much?
Yes, real bad.
Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, men do it with women, women do it with men, and we do it with each other. Vice, you know what I'm saying?
But as a community, it's just certain stuff you shouldn't be dealing
so
with.
like what? So what about this scenario? Yo, one of your homegirls getting beat on. You still gonna kick it with her?
That's not my friend, no.
And she keep going back to him,
That's
and you
on
done
you.
had to save her from a situation
No,
before.
that's on you, baby. What you want me to do? If he beating on you, he gonna beat on me. You sleeping with him and giving him K, and I ain't sleeping with him giving him nothing. Matter of fact, he might beat me 10 times harder than you, because why I'm in his business. You get what I'm saying? That's how he might feel. As a woman, I could be like, you feel me? I could try to help you with resources. If you want to leave him and you feel like he might try to,
Yeah, but what if you give them resources and they go right back? How you feel?
That's on you. That's why I said that needs. Back in the day when we had villages, the reason why rejection hurts so bad is because our soul like survival back before we had houses and stuff was we had to survive in packs and community. So when you feel rejected, that's why it hurt. It's a pain that you feel in your chest when people get rejected. That's why when people reject people, they almost want to fight you about it. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
You need to reject them out the community, reject them from everything, period. It ain't no, can you come to the beachfront with me? It ain't no, come to the cookout. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
We not doing that. That's sucker stuff. She a sucker, he a sucker, and y'all all playing into it. You need to leave it alone.
No, that's real though. That's real.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you.
But cause check it out. Like, for example, I could be the one homie that changed my mind on crashing out this, that, and the third, but the rest of the people you grew up still want to crash out.
They not your friends. Move on to another circle.
You say move on to another circle?
Yeah, because clearly they a whole group of crash outs. Why you want to be in a group of crash outs?
Nah, for sure.
That's a whole bunch of suckers just being friends with each other.
For sure. Hey, y'all hearing this from her. You hear me?
Yeah, doing sucker stuff. It's like when a dude be like, that's like when a man came out and they was like, oh, we can't tell the difference between the women and the hoes, because the hoes and the women, they both dressing like all hanging out in the same group. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Birds and feathers flock together. One a duck, they all a duck. You get what I'm saying?
For sure, but sometimes, yeah, you right. Yeah, you right.
You have some women, they might got one body outside in fishnets, mixed with a girl that probably be walking on 43rd selling cat. You get what I'm saying?
But now you can't tell the difference. It's just like if you argue with a crackhead from afar, it just look like two crackheads arguing.
Yeah. It do.
No,
it
for
look
real.
like two crackheads arguing.
Yeah, for sure. I just had to break it down, and yeah, you feel me, in ghetto language, as you would say.
I ain't gonna lie to you. One of your hood vlogs, I thought dude was a crackhead till he said he was doing community service. I said, oh.
Murder. What?
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna name drop. I was like.
Now I gotta look back at my vlogs because that's funny.
I was like, hold on, why he at the band up with some crackheads interviewing him? I'm like,
are you talking about Do Nine?
I ain't name dropping. If
shout out Nine. He gonna laugh at that. He gonna laugh at that.
I'm like, bro. Oh my God.
Dang, we done walked all through here, but you see Cal City night and day though. Like you see how I look on this side, then look how I look on this side.
Now these are apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Nah. My people used to live in these before. But it's like the more you keep growing, it's like in Cal City, it's different sides. So it's like, that was kind of technically like the projects you need. It's a wait list to get over in Ginger Ridge. These apartment buildings, I ain't gonna lie, you got good credit, you got the money and the job, they'll let you up in these.
Yeah. But people don't know Cal City got a whole Mexican side to it, a whole white side to it. It's
because when you go down this way, we're going to get the houses. So you're going to have like the 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom houses going down this way. And then when you get to the other side, you got the mansions on that side.
Yeah.
But the mansions, a lot of people don't know the mansions are covered up by the trees.
They got it like, it's something in Dalton like that. It's just like one little block like that in Dalton, though.
Nah, it's a whole neighborhood.
Oh, dang, okay.
It's a whole neighborhood. One of my friends, his people had mansions. They had a mansion. We middle class, okay? We middle class.
Dang, that's crazy. You know, they say, like on the, Cal City was on the top 10 list for the birds for the poverty rates or something like that.
Well, probably now, yeah.
That's crazy.
Because I don't think they updated none of these. I ain't gonna lie to you. You could look on some of these roofs, some of their roofs. Look at this roof.
Oh yeah, that look like 1990s.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for
sure. A lot
sure.
of these people didn't even update their roofs out here, so of course. Because, you know, it's inflation and stuff like that.
No,
so
inflation real though, because now, just to get a crib in the hood, you finna be paying over 12.
On baby, look, they got the little,
What you say on baby?
On baby. they even got no central air. They got the dang AC system.
Oh, dang.
Really, theirs ain't working because they got to.
Dang.
I'm just saying, so yeah.
It's still a little trench over here then.
It's still a little treacherous. But when you get down there, you see it's all pretty. You got the houses. You want to walk down that way?
Yeah, we can.
Alright.
We got a few, we good. We got like a few more minutes, you know. We don't gotta make it prolong, you hear me?
Oh, okay. Well, look, let me know when to cut it off.
For sure. I got this question for you. What do it mean to be beautiful? More than just like looks though.
Have a good personality, be a good person. I don't know, I'm cute, but I got my personality like a big bitch. I mean, a big girl. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
What up?
You would have thought I was ugly and big. The way how my personality, cause I don't know, I believe big people, they should be happy and jolly and be ready to feed you all the time. And that's how I treat people. And you don't expect that from me.
That's crazy.
People think I'm mean.
For sure. Yeah, you right. No, that is Riverdale. They say 145th and Halsted, Riverdale, Illinois. So that 143rd address was Riverdale. I wasn't tweaking.
Yeah.
My bad. I just thought about that right now.
You look at the garbage?
Yeah. You don't see it right there? It say on the notice sign right here.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
This whole company?
Yeah.
Probably.
Nah, I just be, you know.
I feel you.
Ain't it called intrusive thoughts or something like that?
Yeah, it is intrusive thought.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the best food over here? Since you talking about big girls.
The best food out here is Crystals, Italian Fiesta, Beggars is over on Sibley. We can't walk over there. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got another question for you.
What's that?
Growing up, was it the rink or was it Markham for you?
Markham, but I wasn't. My daddy didn't play that, so I couldn't really go.
Yeah, break down what Markham is though for the people.
Markham, that's where they have to. I want to see you shoot. You feel me? One of those.
For sure.
Where you break a nigga's shirt. You get what I'm saying? While you joking.
But what age? We was doing that like 10 years old, yeah?
10, 12.
Crazy.
I think my first time ever really going to one, I was like almost like 14, 15.
Oh, dang. So you jumped off the porch late then.
I mean, I had to sneak. And then again, it wasn't even busting me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, yeah, so that's what that was.
So what suburb had the best parties?
The best parties? The best parties are the best husses. Because, I mean, if you want to run into some wild stuff, I say Cal City. But if you want the husses used to be over in like South Holland. You get what I'm saying? That's what them dudes, the dudes that had the parties in South Holland, they parents had like money. Like they was like
South Holland, that's like
lawyers. Like you feel me? Like they really had that. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like when people think of the burbs, that's their idea of the burbs of South Holland.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's South Holland. Yeah, property tax high, baby. Yeah, everybody. I think property tax out here like 600.
No, it's going up out here too, though. I think.
Yeah, it's like it's at 6. That's really high.
So you be knowing about all this.
Well, yeah, cause I pay a mortgage.
Oh, okay. So you own the crib, you ain't renting. So let them know that's why you ain't got no car, cause they think.
Don't clock Mike T.
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, don't clock Mike T, y'all. But
For sure.
yeah, mortgage. When you do property tax out here, cause sometimes it fluctuate. Like one of these houses, it depends. If an older couple move out of one of these houses, you could buy one of these houses for close to like 90,000 or something like that.
Dang.
Depending on probably a 3-bedroom, but the rooms ain't gonna be that big. But it got like it got the main floor, living room, kitchen, and then they have a basement. Most of these houses got basements and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it get like that though, cause I mean, depending on how much you get your crib for, sometimes like my mortgage, it'll go from 11, it'll be 1,100, and then if the property tax go up, it'll be like 15.
Dang.
So yeah, so taxes it fluctuate depending on the year and what's going on. But right now I'm at like 15 though.
See, you snot.
But that still ain't bad though. It still ain't bad.
So you doing this all on your own? Ooh, you Trent.
No, with help. Leave me alone.
She just spit out a loogie, y'all.
I did. Well, no, I'm not all on my own. I got my mama, I got my sister. We all help each other as a community.
So
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Shout out Mom Duke. Shout out
The
sis,
reason
man.
why I'm even able to even get up and move around and stuff like that is because of my mama. I don't know what I'd do without her. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Shout out Mom Duke.
I had a guy, he called himself trying to talk to me or whatever. He was like, oh, I want you to move in and I pay all the bills and take care of everything. And I said, baby, I'm not homeless. Me being homeless is not a problem. I need to know what else are you going to do for me besides just pay these bills, honey.
So position of money. Somebody put you in position to give you money.
I mess with that. But he wasn't talking about that. He was just talking about me sitting in the crib and he paid the bills. I'm like,
for sure.
You want me to sit in the house and be a bum? Like,
because I mean, you just.
Do I get days?
You a bum living with somebody rich.
Yeah,
then.
not even rich. He just somebody, cause he had the house before me.
Oh.
You just want some free coochie. At that point, it's just free coochie. Like that's what that is.
For sure.
Well, that's how I look at it. Cause if you already had this house and you was paying for your stuff and you just want to move me in and you want me to clean, cook, and sleep with you, you ain't coming out nothing extra. You already had this crib before me.
For sure.
What am I getting? Like what I get out of it? I said, baby, I'm not homeless.
100%. I got one more question.
What's up?
What's the difference between older men and younger men?
Older men, I like them because they're a little bit more secure and you don't have to explain stupid stuff to them. It's like an older guy. It's like an older guy know when they wrong. They know when they being sassy. They'll tell you, you think I'm this, you think I'm that. I didn't even have to say it, baby. You said it yourself. You with older men, you get to sit down, be quiet, be a girl. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to open my mouth. You already know it. The fact that I'm quiet and I'm silent, you're answering all your questions and you know what you got to get done. You get what I'm saying?
So what's something good that the younger guys are doing? Because I feel like we tear them down too much sometimes, you know?
I mean, y'all getting y'all money. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing wrong with a little YN. I just can't see myself sleeping with a YN.
Young man, YM, you know?
A YRN. They YRNs because they ghetto. Like, Q50 and all them. You get what I'm saying? Like... Those are some YRNs. Like, they still in the trenches, they still in the hood, you get what I'm saying? But they young, rich, they moving around, they getting off that stigma, you get what I'm saying? Like, you even got people like, what's his name? He look like Arthur.
Vaughn R17.
Yeah,
shout out him, man. You trying to clown these man, shout out Vaughn. Shout out all of them though, you know.
They getting out the hood and of course they try not to like be a part of anything. So they still YRNs because they still with the BS if you really come down to it. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
Wasn't he over in New York when he jumped somebody?
I don't know nothing about none of that. I stay out of that.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know who he jumped over in New York, but they be with that. So it's YRN. So yeah, I meant what I said. I know what I'm talking about. Those are not no young men. Those, sometimes they some heathens, okay? And which is why I stay away. I'm scared of y'all. You get what I'm saying? They say take that down. I take it down, baby. I scrape my knee and I cry.
Dang, so if somebody tell you take something down, you take it down?
It depends. It depends who it is.
For sure.
Like if you solidified in these streets, you got that. Hey, baby, I take it down. You feel me?
You just had a seizure.
You get what I'm saying? It get like that.
You cliff farming.
That's how my body gonna be. Baby, them YNs pull out with the Glockiana thing. Your body gonna get to jerking like this. That's all I'm saying. Like, you seeing them hit that. They
so where you see yourself in 5 years, man?
Sure, in 5 years, I'm gonna have a 6-7 figure deal, be in the hood, Wendy Williams, being more solidified, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you a small person and you don't mess with me, it don't matter because all the big people mess with me.
100%.
Shout out Adam, shout out Remo, shout out Flacco, you feel me?
For sure.
So,
That's where you see yourself?
Yeah, like
For sure.
I'm gonna have a 6-figure deal, doing whatever. Like I know I'm gonna be the hood Wendy Williams though. I wasn't lying because it is a need for that. They was trying to say Tia Camp is Wendy Williams. No, I'm the hood Wendy Williams.
Shout out Tia Camp though.
Shout out Tia. Shout out TT.
We gotta get y'all together, you hear me?
Yeah, we do got a link.
Yeah, that'll be hard.
I got a link with my sissy pool.
So what's something you'll tell yourself if you're having a bad day and you watching this?
If I'm having a bad day, money comes to me easily. Money comes to me fast. Money is abundant. My life is abundant. I am abundant. The Lord looks after me. All blessings of money and prosperity comes to me. All blessings come through the Lord.
100%.
Period. You just gotta feel it. You gotta be it.
So God is in your life then?
Yes, God is always in my life. I pray to God. I write, I journal, and I pray. I say my affirmations because what a lot of people think the root of all evil is money, and it's not. Money is freedom. Money, I feel like this might get me, but I feel like God is money. Because when you think about people that have a lot of money, you have a lot of freedom, you have the time, you have the ability to do what you want, and that's what God wants you to do. God wants you to bless other people. That's why most of the time when you see Jewish people, they be like, oh, I tied 10%, because then you get your 10% back plus some. So it's like that's the reason why God blesses you. God don't bless you so you can have a Rolex and a whole bunch of females. You get what I'm saying? He blesses you so you could bless him, bless people around you and others. Because what's the point of God blessing you with this money and then you holding on to it? A lot of people don't understand a lot of forms of disease and poverty or just falling short is through hoarding anything. If you hoarding shoes, hoarding clothes, hoarding cars, hoarding money, God will make you spend your money in the most unpleasant way.
Because you're valuing materialistic things.
Yes, and it's not meant for you to value. God will allow you to have what you want and what you need, but not to hoard. That's where greed come in at. And that's part, I guess that's part of one of the daily sins.
7 deadly. Greed, anger, lust,
gluttony.
I forgot what's the other ones? It's pride, right? Yeah. I think it's one more. I can't count right now.
Because all them things, like, you gotta put all that stuff to the side. So I don't hoard anything. If I have too much of anything, I get rid of it. I donate. I do whatever. I don't hoard anything. Because especially like people have to learn. You have to practice following your hunch. When God give you a hunch, the more you ignore it, the less you hear God speaking to you. But the more you follow a hunch is something that you feel in your soul,
like your intuition. Then.
Yeah, your intuition, not a compulse, like being compulsive, like, oh, I feel like dancing. That's just compulsive. Yeah. But if you feel something that's telling you, I don't care if you got your last $100. If you feel something that say, hey, get that homeless man $50 out of your money. Get that man that $50. You get what I'm saying?
Like when you feel it in your body.
Yeah,
you feel it in your soul. On my mom.
Like you feel it for a reason. That's God telling you to give that to him. And sometimes you got to look at some losses as not a loss. That is a blessing through something. Like if you couldn't go to that party, God saved you. If you lost that $10, you was meant to drop that $10. So somebody that really need that $10 got it. But I
feel like God talking to me through you right now. I appreciate them words, like on some real stuff, Yes, I get deep, baby. I know I be trolling, I be doing my little 1-2, you feel me? But I'm cool people. Yeah, I wanted people to see this side of you, so they understand why the internet love you and they hate you. You know what I'm
people
saying?
love to hate watch me. That's why people.
Oh, I like that.
They like to hate watch. So, cause I had so many people come up to me and they be like, "You get on my nerves, but I keep coming to watch you." So and I'm like.
They hate watch.
Yeah, they hate watching. Because I'm saying what people be thinking for real. But they ain't got the balls to tell nobody to their face.
Yeah, but it's like, it ain't about what you say, it's how you say it though, you know?
I mean, if I said it boring, then at least you getting a joke and a laugh out of me.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, like people love negativity. There's no way to get your message out without saying it, I feel like.
Baby. Like they eating that clip of me, Hollywood telling me, he told me bye. I promise you, dude all up in my background, he been saying bye for 2 hours. I said, get out of here. You get what I'm saying? They eating that up. What did Hollywood do? Nothing. He told me bye. He's still lingering around a whole 2 hours later. Awesome. It's just like, when you at the cookout and your mama be saying bye for 30 minutes, he's still here. He started running off like that.
Dang.
I started dying laughing. But yeah, it's like I like for people to actually see like I'm a real cool person to hang out with. Mellow Bucks, I'm finna unfollow you, Mellow Bucks, because I keep asking you. I wanna come outside with you. I wanna shake some buns. I wanna have fun. Like you got people playing reporter, being messy. And the only person I feel like that's messier than me is Mellow Bucks. Period. She more messier than me.
Dang.
She more messy.
Shout out Mello. I don't even know what she did because I don't be paying attention to all that.
Hey, she know she messy. That's why she went through 3-4 different Facebooks. Okay, that's why she know. She know she messy.
For sure, for sure. And who you shooting with? Let them know.
I'm sure with Young Will too.
Oh, bro. For sure, for sure. And let them know where we at one more time.
There go pigs. They finna come pick me up, huh? What?
Let them know where we at one more time.
Oh, we over in Calumet City. We went from the city. We went to Gentrification. And now, what block this is?
We somewhere.
Over Paxton and Memorial, you feel me? So make sure y'all be smooth. Sometimes the suburbs ain't always, it's not always what you see. We be getting down. Yeah. You feel me?
Tell them like, comment, subscribe, you know?
Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all get y'all membership badges or whatever. I go live every day on YouTube, period. Y'all want to see how I'm living or what I got going on.
And you got anything else going on they should know about?
Shoot, right now I'm just trying to build my Twitch and my YouTube lives. I go live every day,
Hey, y'all go tune in. If y'all love her personality, y'all like this, y'all gonna love her more on her own platform where she able to just talk her stuff without me, you know, being how I am.
I was on that popping the Plan B like a perk 30. I said, 80. The fuck is you talking about?
That's crazy. Crazy work. Crazy work.
I'm popping like a perk 30.
But alright, we out, man.
Deuces.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Shout out my Ayers too, man. Shout out my Ayers. Live in Calumet City.
What is Ayers?
Ayers, that's what I call my viewers, my supporters. Ayers. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm the eye of the trenches. Yeah. They ain't lurking, they watching. They supporting, they loving.
Somebody ops gonna get them one day. They gonna be like, dang, this where y'all be at? I'm sliding through.
Nah. Ain't nobody got no ops.
You ain't do the dance.
I ain't doing the dance. That ain't gonna do nothing to me.
Oh.
Nah.
I feel that.
For real. Time to go though. She over there tweaking again, y'all.